Hello and welcome back to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. What a fabulous hour we've just had there with Mel and David talking all things candle making. But for this hour, I'm going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to be talking all about our Christmas card making, and we've got some fabulous collections for you on this show and lots of fantastic deals for you to grab hold of as well. Just myself and you guys at home for this hour, so I do hope you'll keep me company. Keep those comments coming in as well. I've just realised I've forgotten the tablet, but never mind. I'm sure someone will hopefully bring that through at some point. It's been a little bit of a rush between the shows, but we are here now and we're looking forward to a fabulous hour of crafting. Now, it's been lovely to have a lot of you join us this morning already, and a lot of new customers we've been having on our shows the past few days as well, which has been lovely. So if you are new to us here at Highlight Crafts, perhaps this is the first show that you've ever watched, maybe met us at the NEC over the past few days, and this is the first time that you've tuned in. It is lovely to have your company on this show. Let us know perhaps how you found us, what sort of craft you're into. We would love to hear from you, and of course we love having all of our lovely regulars in as well. Now, lots to get through in this hour. We've got all sorts of different collections, newish collections from a few years ago, stickers as well, and lots of opportunities to bag a bargain. So please do make sure you stay tuned throughout the whole hour. Now, before we dive into all these goodies that we've got on the counter though, especially for our brand new viewers, I will share with you how easy it is to watch and shop with us here at Highlight Crafts. Now, in terms of the ways that you can watch us, a few different platforms that we stream live from 6 days a week, usually about 7 hours a day. So lots and lots of inspiration that we share with you day in, day out. Now, you can watch all of our shows on our website, which is highlightcrafts.com. You could be watching on our YouTube, on our Facebook, or on our Instagram. Now, if you prefer to watch on either Facebook or Instagram, we make it as easy as we possibly can to watch and shop at the same time. No need to go elsewhere. You can do all your shopping while you are watching the live show. Now, every item on this counter that we share with you will have its own item code. You'll always see those written in bold on the screen. So, for example, you can see there shop foliage is an item code, and all you have to do is just type whatever that code might be into that comments box, and the first word will always be the word shop. Now, that will then allow us to send you a message directly into your inbox, and on that message there'll be a link. Now, if you click on that link will take you over to our website. You'll then see that all those items that you've been commenting for will be ready and waiting for you in a shopping basket just at that top right hand corner that's ready to be checked out. But the most important thing to always make sure you do before you check out those baskets is to either log into your Club Highlight account, or if you are brand new, please do make sure you sign up and join our club. Now, our club is free to join, which is fantastic. No upfront fees that you have to pay, no subscriptions, just all the good stuff, all the benefits of being a club member. Now, every time you shop with us as a club member, you will get a discount off your order. Starts off at 5% and it'll start to build up as you shop with us more, and that's 5% off any order, not just your first one, not just full price items, but literally every single time you are shopping with us. In addition to that, you'll also start to earn points on all your purchases, and those points you can actually start to redeem against your purchases to get even more money off. And then finally, anytime you're spending over £35 or more, we'll actually take care of the postage and packaging for you, so there'll be no extra postage to pay on your orders. So do join our club if you're not already a member, or if you are, please do make sure you are logging in, and then you can check your baskets out. Now, I know some of you do prefer to watch over on the website, and a lot of you actually shop ahead, which we can do every single day from midnight over on the website. Super easy to do, just allows you to get in even before we go live first thing in the morning. Now, if you're watching and shopping on the website, you'll see next to whatever show it is you're watching, all those items will start to scroll on through. Just click on the ones you want to add to your basket, and then when you are ready, you can check those baskets out. Super easy once again, just a slightly different platform in that you don't need your shop codes on the website. Now, one final thing, just to make sure, perhaps you're brand new to us here at Highlight Crafts and you're not quite sure when our live shows are, just comment the word live into that comments box if you're watching on Facebook or Instagram, and that allows us to send you a live reminder every time one of our shows goes live. That's all the boring stuff, all the housekeeping out of the way. But before we do get onto all these lovely goodies that we've got to share with you on the counter, I will just say hello to all you lovely people that are watching. I was going to say, is it still morning? Just about 11 o'clock here on this Tuesday morning. I have to say I'm very much losing track of what day of the week it is. Thank goodness we've got the scan cut today, because that's the only thing that's let me know that it's a Tuesday. It's 11 o'clock, it's Tuesday, and it's lovely to have your company. We've got Ria joining us, Barbara saying good morning again, Avril's in, Chris is in, Maureen says back at last, only caught the ATM scan and show Scan and Cut show. Dear, that nearly went really terribly wrong, didn't it? Scan and Cut show this morning. Don't worry, Maureen. We've got another Scan and Cut one at 12 and 6. So lots more education. I know Mel has an awful lot to share with you today. So do make sure you tune in if you can. Carol's in. We've got Maureen who's saying welcome to all new highlighters. Cheryl is saying good morning all. And Wendy Corbett is saying morning, still here. Well, lovely to have all of you with us this morning. Should we dive in at the start, because we have got a lot of goodies on this counter to share with you, and we're going to start off with what we've called one of our flowers of the month. Now I have to say I'm quite pedantic, in case you hadn't noticed already. A pine cone, we know it's technically not a flower, but it's a beautiful piece of foliage that you're going to love crafting with. Now I believe, if my memory serves me right, I think this was June's flower of the month, so literally just a few months old when it comes to this beautiful collection. And as always, as we know and love with our flower of the month collections, you are getting 3 separate die sets, and this bundle, the item code that you can see on your screen there, which is Shop Pine, you are going to get your 3 die sets with your artwork download as well. But I'll start off by showing you the beautiful artwork that you get with your die sets, and these are just absolutely beautiful. A pine cone is such a stunning image to use on your cards. I know we're talking all things card making in this hour, but of course these would be great for your gifting and your home decor pieces as well. And we start off with our lovely pine cone swag. Now this is a gorgeous die set. You are getting the main die itself, which does come with its coordinating reflections, which is super easy to work with. Just literally print that out to 100% or actual size, lay your die over the top, and you can cut out that beautiful design with all that colouring being done for you. We also bring to you as well that matte and layer die, which is great as a matte for your image, or you can of course use it for an aperture if that's the way you'd rather craft. But bringing in just a few layers of that gorgeous design, snipping into it, layering it up, giving it a little bit of dimension by shaping those sprigs. It looks absolutely beautiful on the front of your cards. Look how stunning that is. Just having that lovely diagonal design, so it draws your eye, almost that sweeping motion across that card from top to bottom, left to right. It's just gorgeous and gives you that lovely dynamic effect to your card making. Then next up we move on to the second of our die sets, and don't forget, I've just clocked the price. Oh my goodness me. So this launched just literally a few months ago, and I did say we got some bargains on the show, but I didn't even realise this one was quite such a bargain. Should be over £40, but you're getting the full collection for £24.99. That's 3 sets of dies and a download. Goodness me, that's crazy value. So Shop Pine, £24.99, 3 die sets and your download, and this is just die set number 2 of the 3 that you are getting here. And these are your beautiful little swags. So you've got your smaller designs, which are going to work beautifully on their own, like you can see on that card there, or also they'll work perfectly alongside that die set that we've just had a little look at as extra little embellishments to really start to fill out those gorgeous compositions. Here, just a lovely aperture using your nesting dies, or if you're lucky enough actually to get your beautiful nesting dies, the ornate fundamentals that we had on the Tatterlay show at 9 o'clock, they would be great for your apertures. And then just a couple of those embellishments left and right, and it gives you that beautiful effect. Now, bear in mind all these backgrounds, we'll come to those in just a moment, because those are all included as part of this collection. Now, next up we move into our little builder bouquet elements, and these are brilliant for adding in those extra little finishing touches, or even using them on their own. Don't they look fabulous? By multiple cutting those, start to layering them together, they look absolutely fabulous in their own right, but great as extra little tuck-ins to further embellishment all your other compositions. They're absolutely lovely, and the way the light catches on those embellishments there, all those lovely brush strokes that you can see with your coloured artwork, they're just absolutely beautiful. They look almost realistic. You almost want to sort of run your hand over the surface of those designs, because they've got such dimension to them in terms of the artwork. They are just beautiful. And how about this for a showstopper? How absolutely gorgeous does that look? Just 3 apertures in the background there, and bringing in all 3 different die sets to create the most incredible lavish composition there. Isn't that stunning? Now, equally so, those apertures in the middle, you could be adding photos behind those and using that sort of composition for your scrapbook pages. Isn't that beautiful? And just shows how lovely those 3 die sets are going to work together. So that's just the first element of Shop Pine. That's just your die collection. I mean, £24.99 on its own for 3 sets of beautiful decorative detailed dies would be fabulous value, but it doesn't stop there, because as part of Shop Pine, you are going to get those die sets, and you are also going to get the Minecraft Studio artwork. Now, you get a wealth of digital designs here, and don't forget as well, this part of the collection is digital, so it's instant. So as soon as you check your basket out, on this collection you'll be able to craft with this beautiful artwork. Now, first of all, we have our scene building elements. Now, all that artwork that we've seen in die format, you've now got in digital form. So you can take that into Minecraft Studio and start to build up all those designs digitally, which is great for your quick and easy crafting. Then we move on to all of our reflections. So these are what you're going to use alongside your dies. Print those out to actual size, lay it down over the top, and you've got that beautiful coloured image in seconds. They are fabulous to work with and give you beautiful professional results each and every single time you are working with them. Then we move on to our digi stamps. Now these are lovely. Imagine these perhaps using alongside your pyrography tools to use them onto things like your trays. If you're doing little Christmas Eve boxes, they'd work brilliantly alongside your pyrography, or of course alongside all your different colouring mediums. They will work an absolute treat. Whether you're printing onto things like your pure print or onto your watercolour card, you've got lots of scope with those beautiful designs. Then look at these, your textures on this collection are just absolutely brilliant. All your different textures of your pine cones in those different colourways, but equally so they could be roofs for things like beach huts. They could be a roof for a gingerbread house if you so wanted them to be. They just give you a super cool background that looks really quite textured, but they are printed just flat. Those are brilliant, aren't they? Something a little bit different within this collection. And then we move on to our overlays. Now our overlays are ingenious because they look like they're onto a white background, but the beauty of our overlays is that they're actually onto a transparent background. So whatever colourway you lay these over the top of, they'll take that design on top of that colourway. Or if you do want to print onto different colours of cards, so things like your craft card will be fabulous with these. They will leave that background as the colour that it is. Now all of that is included. You've got your overlays, you have got all your textures, you've got all of your fabulous digital stamps, you've got your reflections, you've got your scene building elements, and you've got 3 sets of dies for just $24.99. That is a brilliant price, but we're going to make it even better when it comes to this collection. Now, if you want an extra freebie, I mean, we've almost pretty much halved the price, but when you go for that collection, you are going to get an extra freebie on top, and that's some more backgrounds. This one, it's only shop foliage, so if you do want to go for this as an individual, then absolutely, by all means, you can be doing just that. But if you are going for shop pine or shop artwork that we'll share with you in just a moment's time, you'll get shop foliage for absolutely nothing, and it will automatically add into your baskets for you. Aren't these backgrounds lovely? Really quite dramatic, really rich and deep colourways that you got with this artwork. All those lovely pine cones, all your festive foliage. You've got everything right down to your berries and your star anise in the background. It is stunning, and that is coming to you for absolutely nothing when you are going for shop pine. Now, if you do prefer to go for the digital side of things, we do have that option available for you as well. Now, that's going to encompass both of your fabulous your artwork that you've just seen, the Minecraft Studio artwork, and it will bring to you those beautiful die designs, but this time in SVG cutting file format. Now, this one is Shop Duo. It's just $12.99 for that one. And once again, if you are going for Shop Duo, then you are going to get your beautiful backgrounds, your festive foliage download included for free as well. Now with your SVG cutting files, as always, we bring to you 3 different sizes of all 3 of those designs, and we also bring to you your reverse reflection, so you want to do things like apertures and have the inside of your card looking as pretty as the front of the card. You do get your reverse reflections, and you also get your decoupage layers. Now think of adding those with your foil transfer kit, so foiling those detailed lines. Lots you can do, and of course the resizing capabilities of having your SVG cutting files. That one is Shop Duo. It's just $12.99, and of course you are going to get your beautiful backgrounds download included for free as well with that one. Now that's your fantastic pine cone collection. We are going to move on to next some alphabets. Now these are brilliant. If you're thinking about personalisation for gifts for Christmas, or your Christmas cards, or just all year round crafting, this is a fabulous one to go for. This is Shop Alphabet, and you're actually going to get both die sets, so it works out pretty much buy one get one free. You'll get your classic alphabet in your lowercase and your uppercase, plus in this one as well we bring to you all those multiples of your different letters and numbers. So it's not a case of if you want 2 A's or 2 E's or whatever it might be, you have to cut it multiple times. You've got that full plate die, which has got all of those dies joined together in that one plate style die, plus you do have multiples of every single one of those letter and number as well, which means you can do quick and easy crafting when it comes to your personalisation. So all of your uppercase, all your numbers, and you are getting your ordinals on that one as well, getting things like your hashtags and all those numbers, and then you also get exactly the same this time with your lowercase, and it is all joined together in that one die. So one pass through the machine will give you plenty of die cuts. Nice and easily. Just $9.99 for both die sets there. Shop Alphabet is your code for that one. All of your uppercase, all your lowercase, all your numbers and your ordinals. That is a brilliant one for all of those personalisation. Perhaps you're going to spell out all your sentiments on your cards. That is going to be absolutely brilliant to do that quick and easy. Now next up we have another set of nesting dies here. Now this is a fabulous one to have in your crafty stash, and your star nesting dies are shapes that are quite difficult to get right, but these are absolutely brilliant. Look at all the dies you are getting within that set there. You are getting all 14 dies. All separate dies, so you can use them for mats and layers, and you've got about 2 mil between each layer there, so it gives you that lovely fine mat and layer. Of course, you can use them for frames as well, for apertures, even shaped cards. These would be brilliant for. So nice and quick and easy to create all those layers with absolute precision. No need to hand cut, no need to measure all those different angles. You've got it all within the die and all those different sizes that you can get crafting with. Of course, brilliant for Christmas. You could be making things like your shaped easel cards with those, and then adding all your lovely die cuts over the top for the most fabulous shaped Christmas card. Just $24.99 for that one. Shop Star, and of course the price that you see on your screen is even before we take off that club discount. What a fabulous one to have in your crafty stash. I'd say if you've not already got your nesting dies in your star shapes, that's definitely one to add into your basket. Now next up, I have to say, I think this is probably one of my most favourite Christmas collections that we've done this year. It is just beautiful, and it proved super, super popular when we brought it to you just literally a few months ago, and it's our Crimson Noel. Now this is a stunning, stunning collection, and once again we have slashed the price right the way down to $24.99. You are going to get 3 die sets that I'll share with you first, and then you're going to get all the artwork alongside, plus a little freebie that I'll show you in just a moment's time. But have a little look at this project. Isn't that card just absolutely breathtaking? And it shows how beautifully well these different florals and foliage die sets work together. Isn't that an absolute showstopper? Just beautiful. Lou's created that lovely tag style easel card. It's just stunning. But I'll share with you first of all your die sets so you can see exactly what you are getting for just $24.99. Now this poinsettia has to be one of the best poinsettias I have ever seen in die format. It is incredible. Just look at the reflection there. That texture that you've got on every single one of those leaves is just amazing. It looks textured. You almost want to run your finger over the top of that die cut, but it is completely flat. They're just absolutely beautiful, and you do get them in multiple colourways as well that we'll look at in just a moment's time. So that's your first die set. You are getting that main die, your main poinsettia, with that lovely matte and layer die as well, which is great for your apertures if that's what you want to do. Of course, you could be cutting that down if you want to cut the stem off, which is what I quite often do with this one, and using it as an embellishment without the stem. That's going to look amazing. But look how gorgeous this card is here. Using some of those backgrounds that we'll move on to in a moment, using alongside your wax seals, just layering up to create that really lovely full bouquet. It looks absolutely incredible. Then we move on to our next one here, which is your lovely Christmas roses. Now how beautiful are these? That little stem that you've got there, you've got your holly, you've got your ferns incorporated into the background there. Layering those together with a little bit of decoupage, it's just classic Christmas at its best. You cannot ever go far wrong with a traditional Christmas, and this hits the nail on the head absolutely beautifully. And I'm sure you've got so many other die collections in your stash that's going to work beautifully with. Things like our 2 Red Robins collections that we brought you over the years, all your little animals, your little robins that you can nestle amongst there as well to further embellish, but even in its own right there, just with some of your backing papers with that lovely wax seal in the centre, it is a stunner. And then finally, this is the one that is going to tie together those 2 first die sets. It's that lovely foliage, which does work beautifully on its own, or will be a great filler for all your wreaths, all your compositions, all your bouquets. It is just beautiful, and the way the light catches on those berries, they look like they've had something like your Cadence Aquastone added to them, but that's just the beauty of having that printed artwork, which is also included as part of this collection. And once again with this one, you are getting the main die itself alongside that matte and layer die. Now $24.99 for those 3 die sets on its own will be pretty much a steal of a deal given how beautifully intricate these dies are, but as part of this collection for just $24.99 you are going to get all of your artwork alongside as well. So if you have a little look at your download, and don't forget as well, with it being a digital download, this part is instant, so you could be crafting with this collection even before your dies arrive home to you in the next few days. Now, first of all, we start off with our beautiful scene building elements, and this is all the artwork that we've seen in die format but broken down for you, so you can start to really play around with that artwork and build your own compositions. Now, I'm hearing that this one is proving super popular. I say I'm hearing, I'm not hearing voices, don't worry. Amber is actually writing it on the board. I'm seeing, wrong sense there, but it's proving super popular with you lovely people at home. So thank you for your company on this Tuesday morning. You will love crafting with this collection. Now, I am itching to print these off onto our Pure Print and get colouring those with my alcohol pens. I think those will be so much fun to colour in. The designs themselves are incredibly detailed. Things like using alongside your laser printer with your foiling, that'd be amazing to do that as well, to give you a slightly different look and feel. But even just in the black line work there, it looks equally as beautiful. Then we move on to our reflections, and this time around we're giving you a plethora of different colourways. Now, I'm sure it won't be any surprise to you guys at home. My most favourite is that lovely pink. Isn't that lovely pinky purple poinsettia? Something a little bit different, but of course we're also including all your traditionals, like that lovely creamy colourway. You're getting that lovely rich red. You can all mix and match those together if you want to start to bring in those different colourways. And we give you the same coordinated designs in your different foliage and your different florals, so you know that everything is going to mix and match together perfectly. So whether you're building wreaths, whether you're building embellishments for your cards, everything is going to look super professional and beautifully coordinated. Then we have our backing papers. Now, these are just absolutely gorgeous. They scream traditional vintage Christmas, which I know is a theme that so many of you guys at home absolutely love crafting for Christmas. You've got all of your Christmas postmarks and postcards in the background there, your letter style paper. If you've got your hands on our vintage writing paper that we brought you, I think it was last week, that'd be absolutely amazing printing these onto that. But they could be great scene setters to add all your florals over the top of as well. And then we move on to our textures. Now, this time around, we're actually bringing to you those lovely gingham style plaid backgrounds, which is great for Christmas. It has that lovely sort of cozy look and feel to them, which is fantastic. All those different colourways which are being designed to work alongside the colours that you've got on your reflections. And then finally, aren't those beautiful? Those backgrounds, they look like oil paintings. They're so rich and decadent with that lovely deep backing colours you've got within there. They are stunning. Great for quick and easy cards. You could even just be framing these and having them as artwork for your wall. They're that stunning. Think as well, if you've got things like your fabric transfer paper for placemats for the Christmas table, they'd be lovely for mugs as well, perhaps for the Christmas table on Christmas morning. Lots of versatility. If you've got your sublimation printer, these are a must-have. Absolutely beautiful. So all of your different downloads are within your Minecraft Studio, and then 3 sets of dies alongside for just $24.99. For Crimson Noel, that one is shop bundle. It proved super popular. Pretty much every time we bring it to you on the shows, it proves very popular. It's just classic Christmas at its finest, and it is stunning. Now, shop bundle is the collection, and that brings you your dies and the download. If you would rather go for a digital side of things, which brings you your SVG cutting files, wow, the price on that's rather good. I hope nobody stole Mel. Just saw her walk past the door. Hopefully she didn't look in at that point. $9.99, and that's bringing to you your gorgeous cutting files alongside your Minecraft Studio artwork as well. And with every single one of these, you're getting your 3 different sizes, your reverse reflection, and your decoupage layers as well. $9.99 shop digital, but it gets even better. You are going to, if you're going for either shop bundle or if you are going for your main collection with the dies, you will get a little freebie as well. Now, this is worth $12.99. Wow, so if you take off the price of this, off the price of your die collection, it is working out the dies and artwork you're paying just $12.99 for. Or if you're going for your SVG, works out pretty much free, right? It's $9.99 for the SVGs. Your download itself is actually more than that. So you're getting a freebie that's worth more than the thing you're paying for. It's rather good, that, isn't it? So shop digital or shop bundle. Alongside either of those, you will get your free download that's worth $12.99. And again, this is just stunning. It's got that lovely watercolour feel background to these with all those lovely bold sweeps of colours with all those stunning florals over the top. Just beautiful, great for adding all those flowers, all those die cuts over the top of to create the most beautiful cards. Worth $12.99, but you're getting it included for absolutely nothing. Go for either shop bundle if you'd rather have the die cutting side of things, or shop digital for the SVG cutting files. Either way, you're getting yourself a right bargain when it comes to that beautiful collection. Then next up we have a single die on its own, but it comes with a free download, which is rather quite fabulous. $4.99. Now if you are getting towards that free postage threshold of £35, this is going to be a great one to add into your basket, just to tip you over into your free postage. That is going to be absolutely brilliant for that. $4.99 there. Shop Peppermint. You've got this fabulous die set. You are getting 2 dies in total. Your lovely little reindeer there, all dressed up for Christmas, alongside her outer matte and layer die. The artwork on that is lovely. It looks like it's been sketched in pencil, that beautiful coloured artwork that you get there with that one. I know this is one of Mel's absolutely favourites. It's a beautiful die set there in those lovely frosty cool colour tones. But we're also going to send you, when you are going for Shop Peppermint for $4.99, we're going to give you these beautiful backgrounds. Now this is Shop Glitz on its own for $8.99. Are we getting the backgrounds for free?
Yep, with Peppermint.
Well, don't go for that on its own then, because you'll pay less for the dye in the backgrounds than you will for the backgrounds on their own. Go for Shop Peppermint, and when you go for that, your beautiful backgrounds will be included for you for absolutely nothing. Now these are beautiful. You can see the colourways have been designed specifically to work alongside your reflection of that beautiful die set. You've got all those lovely scene setters to add your die cuts in, whether you're using Peppermint herself or whether you're using any of your other dies from your other collections. They are beautiful, soft, gentle, really lovely, cool colour tones of these backgrounds that you are getting there. And all 15 backgrounds for free, and you're only having to spend $4.99, getting a set of 2 dies and 15 backgrounds. Shop Peppermint is definitely the one to go for. Beautiful, beautiful collection there. Now, before we get on to demo, I do just have to quickly share with you the stickers, because the stickers are beautiful. Now, we took these to the NEC over the weekend and over last week, and it was the amount of people that were absolutely blown away. So many people came up to the stand there. You, as you do, you're walking around, you have a little bit of a nose, you know, look, oh, are they just stickers? Just stickers. We don't even like calling them stickers because they are just so far removed from a humble sticker. We've started calling them our resin decals. And when all the lovely crafters saw them in action, they were like, yeah, they're not just stickers, are they? They are that much more special. We'll show you these in action in just a few moments' time, but they are incredible. They're 3D, they're glossy, they'll go onto pretty much any surface, whether it's flat, whether it's curved, whether it's going to be glassware, cardstock, paper, acetate, vellum, metal. I've even tried it onto fabric. I have to say personally, there's been nothing that I've tried it onto so far that it's not taken to like an absolute dream. They are just the most luxurious stickers you will ever lay your little crafty hands on. They are beautiful. Now, shop transfer, $12.99 is your first set here, and this is Crimson Noel, so it's been designed specifically to work alongside that collection. And the beauty of having that artwork in sticker format is, first of all, we're giving you different orientations and different sizes to what you get in the die format, and second of all, it gives you that different texture. Now, quite often we talk about this in terms of our card making and how important bringing in those different textures are. Having all that same texture, the same style of card, the same finish in terms of your printing, in terms of your cards, gives you almost like quite a flat look and feel. As soon as you start to bring in different textures, whether it's a little bit of gloss or perhaps you're bringing in matte textures, something like your ribbon, like your gems, you start to add more interest and more intrigue to your cards. So bringing in, perhaps you're going to be printing your reflections themselves onto things like your premium or your pure print cardstock, which gives you that lovely matte finish. And then bringing in that similar artwork, but this time around in a glossy finish, just adds so much luxury and so much intrigue to your card making. Every single sheet, doesn't matter what sticker design it is that we bring to you, every single sheet is literally jam-packed full. We could not fit another berry onto that sheet if we tried. We have got so much artwork for you to craft within that one sheet there. Super easy to work with. We will show you in demonstration, but it's just literally a case of trimming out whatever design it is you're working with, transferring it onto your material of choice, and you've got the most gorgeous resin decal transfer, and they are ridiculously easy as well. Shop transfer, your first design there for your Crimson Noel. I would say if you are going for your Crimson Noel collection, that money that you've saved, I'd probably be popping it towards a couple of sets of these stickers. That's your first one. And then next up we move on to this one. Now this only launched maybe last week, maybe the week before. I think it was only last week. I don't know. I'm losing track of time, but it's very new. I will tell you that much. And it's our shop Woodland, and it's $12.99 for this beautiful set of transfers once again. Although it was a Christmas collection, I'd say a lot of these designs you could actually be using all year round. Your lovely stack of books would be great for anyone who is a little bookworm. That'd be great for Christmas gifting for those. But all those lovely designs, once again, easy to use in your sticker format, and they will stick to pretty much anything. I think your books would be great for decorating things like your journals and your albums. So that one, Shop Woodland, $12.99. And then finally, I have to say, this is brilliant. I think you're going to have this one. This proved so popular at the NEC, and you can see why when you see how absolutely adorable the imagery is. I mean, look at them two. That's just brilliant. Those little two under the mistletoe there, those two doing a little bit of a dance. I mean, he's having a lovely time, isn't he? Isn't it such a darling collection of images? It's just beautiful. This is our Snowflakes and Songbooks transfer sticker sheet. $12.99 once again for this one. Shop Snow will bring this beautiful collection home to you. I'm just going to turn this one around so you can see the lovely collection of your little carolers at the bottom there. Now, I wonder if anyone at home, does anybody near you do any caroling? I know up near my house we have quite often around Christmas, we do have a group of carolers that visit regularly over the festive period. I know a lot of places don't have them quite so much anymore, which is a shame, because I think it's a lovely tradition. Perhaps you're part of a caroling group. Let us know in the comments. I'd love to know. It's one of those traditions that it's really important to keep alive. There's something very lovely and festive about Christmas carolers, and that encapsulates that tradition absolutely beautifully. Shop Snow, $12.99 for that one if you want to go for that beautiful collection of transfers. Now, we've made it to the end of the counter, I do believe. Time to grab the tablet, see if there's any more comments from you lovely people watching at home. I think we'll do a little bit of a demonstration. I do want to share with you how easy it is, first of all, to work with our stickers. I do hate calling them stickers, I have to say. They're so much better than stickers. So we're having to try and get out of the habit of saying that and trying to call them resin decals, but I don't think I've remembered one so far. So I'll do my best, but they are lovely. And if you have got these in your stash at home, let us know how much you love them as well, because I know a lot of you now are just as addicted to them as we are here in the office. We have got Val's joining us. We've got Crafty Lou joining us as well. Sue Roberts has said, good morning, can you tell me how tall are the alphabets? Luckily, Amber has covered that one for us, but for anyone else that is wondering at home, the classic alphabet uppercase, each celestia is about 0.7 centimetres tall, and the lowercase about 0.6 centimetres. So they're lovely in terms of having just that little finishing touch. Sometimes you don't want your sentiment or your personalisation to take over the card. You just want it as a little subtle something that's going to be brilliant for that one. I've been asking you if anyone's started on their Christmas cards. I haven't, I have to say. I wonder if you guys are more organised than us. Joy says, yes, only another 50 to do. Wow. Joy, how many have you already done, though? That's what I'd like to know. If you've got 50 left, have you done one? Have you done 50? Let us know. Very nosy. We do like to know these things. Wow, Chris says, done and dusted. Finished before the end of September. Goodness me, that's a bit organised. Wow, I wish I was that organised. Oh, we've got Sonal joining us from Tampa in Florida. Amber's very jealous. Now, I've never been to Florida. Amber certainly has. She'd love to be back there. Maybe we could broadcast from there at some point in the future. I'd definitely put my name down for those shows, that's for sure. Wonder what the weather's like. Let us know, Sonal, what the weather is like in Florida, because it's horrible this morning. It's cold, it's windy, it's wet, it's grey. It's just November, and we don't like it. We need it to be December soon, so at least we've got Christmas in December. In case you hadn't noticed, I don't really like autumn. I know Mel loves autumn, but it's not for me. Me and David much rather have summer. And Marina says, yes, started in August. Got neighbour and friends done. Just going to do a close family and friends. Well, you guys are making me feel even worse about how disorganised I am. Oh, Joy, making me feel a bit better. So Joy's got 50 left. She's done 5. Well, Joy, you've done 5 more than I have. So it could be worse, right? Oh, and Sonal said, that'd be awesome. It's a bit cold today. I wonder, though, if your cold is like our warm. There you go. You probably think it's cold, and to us it's probably positively tropical still, but it's lovely to have your company from all the way across the globe, which is always rather quite exciting. Right, first of all, I want to share with you how easy it is to work with these transfers, because if you've never seen them before, and I'm conscious that we have got a lot of new viewers at the moment, which is super, super excited, but we like to take things back to basics. We don't like to assume that you know how to use things or how that these are like any other sticker, because these are just super, super easy, but the effects are amazing. Right, I did talk about using these on different surfaces, so I did want to show you using them onto a little wooden bauble. Now, naturally, I'm going to have to use this lovely sort of fuchsia pink floral here. So all it is a case of doing is just taking a pair of scissors and just really, really roughly cutting around the edge of that sticker. You don't need to be into your fussy cutting like I am. It's just a case of roughly cutting out that image. Now all you need to worry about is, first of all, that you've got that full image on that piece, which we do, and second of all, that we don't actually have any of the other design on there, and that's as neat as it needs to be. You can see that it's a right mess at the edge, but we don't need to worry about that at all, as long as we've got our design onto that sheet. Now at this point, I tend to use a pokey tool. You might find it easier to not wear a pair of tweezers. That'd be a bit weird, wouldn't it? Use a pair of tweezers. But I do find personally a little bit easier to use a pokey tool. And what I do is I scratch away at that top layer. So I just dig my pokey tool just into that top layer. You can see now it's starting to separate. At that point then, we're going to start to peel back that backing layer. Now that backing sheet, although it's waste, I know what us crafters are like, that's a non-stick sheet. So if you want to use that for things like your pearl drops and peelers off to put them on the cards, you can absolutely be doing that with that sheet. So we won't let that go to waste. And then this piece now is self-adhesive, so that's ready to add onto our surface of choice. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this lovely little wooden bauble here and I'm just going to position that in the centre. Now the only thing to bear in mind with these stickers is once they're down, you ain't getting them off. So just take a minute just to position that down. Then I just take a bone folder and just give it a little bit of a burnish. You don't need to spend an awful lot of time doing this, and all I would say, if you are doing these onto your paper and card, you don't really want to burnish it at all. You just want to place it down and then peel back that top sheet. And you can see around the edge there we've got that top clear plastic sheet. So you just want to, once again, find the edge of that sheet and that top layer will start to peel off. So once you grab that, just gently peel that back. It's ever so satisfying, I have to say. And it's easy as that. You can see none of that design there is left onto your sheet. It's completely clear because all of it is transferred onto that bauble. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, if you did want to paint that bauble first, I have to say I've personally tried it with both your Cadence gesso and with your Cadence acrylic hybrid paint. So if you do want to paint it first, I'll still work over the top. But we were talking about textures earlier, and I love that contrast of the lovely organic sort of raw, unvarnished matte wood with that lovely glossy shine over the top. Isn't that beautiful? That took what, less than a minute to do? That could be your Christmas decorations. You could do several of those and you've got beautiful decorations for Christmas, and that is how easy it is to work with your transfers. Now if you do want to go for that collection where you've got your beautiful artwork in transfer form from your Crimson Noel collection, that one is on your screen there, shop transfer for $12.99. Righto, I think we should show you some of this beautiful artwork in action on Minecraft Studio. So, shall we go with Crimson Noel? Is that the most popular? Most popular is Crimson Noel. So we'll have a little look at that, a little bit of a play around on Minecraft Studio. So, you can see there we've got our Crimson Noel Luxury Papers, which is your freebie, and you've also got your Crimson Noel Minecraft Studio. Then you open it up and you see all your separate folders. So you've got your scene building, your reflections, your digistamps, backgrounds, papers and textures. Now, let's have a little look at your textures. I'm quite intrigued to see what these look like embossed. Now, I'm just as obsessed now as Mel with the embossing function, so I think we better have a little go and see what this one looks like embossed. Now, it's a super easy way to do this. You'll take that design, just right click on that paper, copy, and you're literally just going to paste it. And you just want to click on that top layer. Then on that bar on that left hand side there, if we go down to effects, if you scroll down a little bit, you've got emboss. If we just take up that slider on the amount, I have to say it looks like you made a right mess. Don't worry, it does get better. You then go down to width. Oh, look at that. Now that looks rather quite cool. I've bought embossing folders like that in the past, but now you can create your own digitally. How cool is that? Now when it comes to the width, it's kind of like finding that sweet spot. So if you take that up a little bit too far, it ends up a little bit blurry. If you take it down ever so slightly, it's just a subtle emboss. I think we'll go about there. And that final finishing touch is just to take down that opacity, and then you can see the colour underneath. Now if you want to play around with the width a little bit more, if you want more of the colour there or less of the colour, how cool is that? Isn't that super, super cool? Now, what you can do is then just select both layers. So I'm just going to go in and highlight both layers. Let me zoom out a little bit more so I can catch both of those pieces there. So just highlight those two layers. I'm going to group them together so you've got both the back and the front together. And then if you just go into Digital Punch at the top, you can create your own apertures. So we'll go into Basic Shapes, go into our circle. And if you just drag that down, you can turn it into an oval if that's the shape you'd rather craft with. We just make that a little bit bigger so it fits nicely into the centre of this panel here, just like so. And you can either keep the inner, which would give you that as like your positive die cut, or keep the outer, which will give you your aperture. Move that out of the way, you've created your own aperture, which I think is rather quite cool. Then if we go back into the main folder for our Crimson Noel, we can go into our scene building elements. So let's have a little look at what we've got here. So the Winter Fresh I think will work quite nicely. So if we just rotate that, and we're going to have it almost like these florals are sort of hugging that aperture there. So we've got one onto there. Just make that a little bit bigger, just like that. Then if I right click, we can copy, we can paste. And what we can do is if we just click on that one first of all, order, bring that one to the front, and then this one here we can sort of tuck behind. So like you would if you were layering your die cuts, you can start to tuck elements behind other pieces. And then finally we'll just take another one, which is here. Just rotate that round, order, centre back, and then we'll just send that one backwards so we've got these in front of our aperture. Send that to the back, and then you can just play around with that until you're happy with your little composition. So that's starting to build together quite nicely, just like so. Then if you wanted to bring in some of your other little embellishments, you've got your lovely little holly sprigs onto there. So we're going to have one onto that side, and then we'll just bring in another one of these, rotate that round ever so slightly. And this is just a super quick and easy, simple composition, but showing you how easy it is to work with your Minecraft Studio downloads. There's such a fabulous wealth of artwork to have in your crafty stash. So I'll pop that, move that down a little bit, and just layer those over the top of one another. Then just for a really quick and easy finishing touch, we're just going to go into our text. We can add our text onto there. So if we take our little mouse there, we can type in Merry Christmas. So you can be doing all your personalisation, or of course you could actually be printing this off first and then adding your die cuts using your alphabet dies that we've also got for you on the show. Got that there, that can just go in the centre. If you want to make it a little bit larger, we can do that as well. And that finishes that off. How quick and easy. So for your Christmas cards, you could be designing that file once, and then you could literally be saving that and printing that out time and time again if that's what you wanted to do. Or if what you wanted to do is create a slightly smaller card, just select everything there, group it all together, so that's now all one piece, just like so. And then you can make that smaller, rotate that round so it's now the other way around, just like so. And then you can make that into an A5 card, as easy as that. Or then once again you could do the same again and do it 4 times over, so you've then got an A6 card. So if you want to make your smaller cards, or even that could be a gift tag if you wanted it to be, you can do that as well, nice and quick and easy. And that's why we love Minecraft Studio so much. It's such a fantastic resource for those quick and easy cards, for having so much fun playing with all those digital elements. It is a brilliant one to get crafting with, but as we always say, it's ever so slightly addictive, but in the best way possible. And that's all been made using your Crimson Noel. A couple of different ways you can go for this collection. You can go for Shop Digital, which is £9.99 for your SVG and your artwork download bundle. Or if you would rather go for the die side of things, that one is £24.99. And you are also getting all of your lovely free backgrounds. I'll quickly show you a couple of these actually so you can see how beautiful these are. So your Crimson Noel luxury papers, you are getting all 30 of these, and there's a lot of these actually that you could be using all year round. Now the way you've got that faux foiling in the background, these will be lovely for your fuzzy cutting. I'm sort of itching to snip into these and start layering them up, and you're getting all these included for absolutely nothing when you are going for either the bundle with your dies or your bundle with your SVGs. Isn't that lovely? Just layering over the top of there some of your die cuts, and you've got a beautiful piece of art. Aren't they just stunning? But equally so, that one there could be all year round, just a little sentiment on there. You've got a beautiful quick and easy card. It looks like it's already got all that gold leaf onto there. The artwork is so super clever. And all 30 of these, some of them featuring the florals, some of them a little bit more subtle, more abstract, so great for those backing pieces. They're all just as beautiful as each other, included for free when you're going for Shop Bundle or when you are going for Shop Digital. Aren't they just lovely? Proving super popular this morning is our lovely Crimson Noel collection. I'll give you a quick reminder of that in just a moment's time, but we've got a couple more comments coming through. Jackie says she's just finished 85 Christmas cards. Wowzers. Jackie, how many have you got left though? That's the important bit, right? And then Pauline says, morning Lily, on a short break in Northumberland. Lovely up my neck of the woods there. Let me know where you are in Northumberland. From East Yorkshire. Oh, she has Lebkuchen with her. Very nice. Ollie the dark chocolate ones, Ollie the filled ones. Let me know. For anyone that's tuned in that's not joined our Lebkuchen chat so far, just about nobody seems to know what they are apart from me and Pauline. Mel didn't know. Amber doesn't know. They're called a biscuit, but it's a bit like a Jaffa cake in terms of it's more a cake. So it is a little bit like a Jaffa cake, but it's a bit more spiced. My favourite ones are coated in dark chocolate. You can get them with a bit of apricot jam in the middle. I do believe they're German. They're very, very nice. Aldi's are the nicest, I will let you know. But yeah, they're one of my favourite Christmas treats, but nobody seems to know what they are. So Pauline's taken hers on holiday, which is brilliant. Sort of thing I'd be doing, Pauline, there. But lovely to hear from you this morning, watching us on holiday, taking Highlight Crafts on holiday. How fabulous is that? Now, just a little reminder of your Crimson Noel collection, which is proving super popular this morning. We've got about 10-15 minutes left on the show, so I do want to recap this one final time. If it's not already in your baskets, now is the time to get it added in and get it checked out, because the saving on this one is absolutely brilliant. Now, for $24.99, you're getting 3 sets of dies and your artwork included as well. Plus, when you are going for this collection, we're also going to throw in a freebie download that we'll look at in just a moment's time. But first of all, your dies. And your die sets are just gorgeous. They are sumptuous, the flowers that you are getting in this one. Absolutely beautiful. The texture within that reflection artwork is just absolutely second to none. For beautiful, quick and easy card making, these are going to be just absolutely fabulous. So first of all, you've got that gorgeous poinsettia. Absolutely stunning. You've got your different colourways as well in your download. Then we move on to those lovely florals there, your Christmas roses, which of course will work perfectly alongside your poinsettia or standalone. They are equally just as beautiful. And then we move on to finally your lovely fruits of the forest. Now this one could be all year round, doesn't just have to be for Christmas. Pair it with different florals and it would look absolutely beautiful, but just completely different seasonal designs. All 3 die sets there with those beautiful designs, all with their corresponding mats and layers. Plus, as part of Shop Bundle, you are also going to get your beautiful Minecraft Studio download artwork. Now, first of all, you have all of your different scene building elements, which are great for compositions like the one we've just created just now. Then we move on to our digi-stamps. Great for your colouring, great for your foiling, great for using with things like your pyrography as well. All can be resized, of course, in Minecraft Studio. Then we have all of our reflections in all those different colourways, which are just absolutely beautiful. All your pinks, your reds, your traditional and more of your modern and contemporary colourways included within that one. Then your backing papers. Now, aren't these just beautiful? There's so many collections you'll have in your stash that will work alongside absolutely perfectly. That vintage style is just timeless. Isn't it gorgeous? They really do look like they've all been aged. They're just stunning. And then we move on to our textures, which you've just seen how beautifully well those emboss. All those different colourways that are being colour matched to work alongside the other artwork within the collection. And then you are also getting all your backgrounds. Now these are super, super striking. All that artwork set against that dark background really does make those beautiful, bright images pop. Aren't they stunning? Those in a frame would make a beautiful gift for Christmas. Now all that beautiful artwork there alongside 3 sets of dies, Shop Bundle for $24.99. Absolutely brilliant value. And when you're going for either Shop Bundle or when you are going for your SVG cutting file collection, you're going to get a freebie. So you're going to get the most beautiful collection of backing papers that we just had a little look at there on the computer. All 20 of the, oh, there's another side. I didn't even realise it's double-sided. It's a bit exciting. Not just 20, but you're getting all 30 of these beautiful backing papers here included for free. If you do prefer to go for your SVG cutting file sort of side of things, we've got that available for you. You are getting that free collection of backgrounds, which will automatically add to your baskets. You are going to get that beautiful Minecraft Studio download, and you're going to get all of your SVG cutting files with that beautiful artwork. 3 different sizes of each, all your reflections, all of your reverse reflections, and your decoupage layers as well for just $9.99. That is a steal. $9.99 for cutting files, for backing papers, and lots more digital elements as well. Shop Digital to go for that one. Now we are going to recap on the pine code and the alphabet as well, because the alphabet is proving super popular on this show as well. Oh, Pauline's got back to us. Oh, she says she's in Chatton near Alnwick. I know where you are, Pauline. It's lovely up there, isn't it? I wonder if you're having a little trip out to Alnwick Castle. And she says, yes, the Leberkuchen are the ones with jam in. Phew, I have to say I won't even bother with the others. I'm sure they're nice, but not as nice as the chocolate jam ones. That is for certain. I hope you're having a lovely breakaway. Hopefully the weather's not too cold up there, because I know it can be rather cold up north, but hopefully you are having a lovely breakaway. Now, I'm going to have to quickly remind you of the alphabets, because these are now 10% of the stock of your alphabets has already gone, and we did have an awful lot of these at the start of the show, and it's already dwindling. 10% of the stock gone. You're going to get both of your die sets here, both your alphabet in the lowercase and the uppercase, for $9.99. It's just about half price when it comes to this offer here. You're buying one, you're getting the second pretty much for free. Love the fact within this one you've got all those dies joined together in one plate die, making it super quick and easy to die cut all those alphabets and all those numbers in one pass through your die cutting machine. Plus you are getting multiples of all of those numbers and letters as well, so you can die cut lots and lots. If you are batch making, quick and easy to die cut and do all those fabulous personalisation techniques with those die sets. It's one of those, it's like your nesting dies. Your alphabets, your numbers are always an essential to have in your crafty stash. So shop alphabet, $9.99 to go for both die sets there. Then finally, our flower of the month pine cone. We know it's not a flower, we just brush over that. It's beautiful, whatever it is, and it's proving super popular this morning as well. It's a gorgeous collection of your 3 die sets and your digital download. You're getting all of that for $24.99. It is a beautiful collection for all those seasonal cards. It is going to be an absolute winner. It's just gorgeous. We'll start off with the die sets themselves, because you are going to get all 3 die sets here. We start off with that beautiful pine cone swag, which is a really nice large size, very detailed die that you've got within that one, alongside that outer matte and layer die as well. And look how lovely it looks along that diagonal. Equally, it would work just as well as a little bit of a header at the top of a card or along the side of a card as well. It would work absolutely beautifully. Then next up we move on to our little sprigs here. Now these are great as little fillers, great for things like your gift tags, or if you're making smaller cards for Christmas, these are going to work brilliantly for that as well. Both dies included there. You've got a left and a right facing, which is great for all those different styles of projects. Then we move on to our little builder elements. Now these are great as tuck-ins, tucking into your wreaths, into your larger swag. So just as little separate embellishments, they will work an absolute treat. But if you bring all 3 of those die sets together, how gorgeous do they look? They look absolutely breathtakingly stunning. They are beautiful. Now Ethan, I don't know if you're able to come round the side here to have a little look at some of these samples, because the samples really do bring this beautiful collection to life. Aren't they just gorgeous? In all those lovely rich traditional colourways. They're just absolutely gorgeous. So there I've used one of these shaker pockets. I've just cascaded those pine cones along that left hand side, bringing in elements that you've die cut on your scan and cut, so creating your shape cards, creating your shaker cards. But the pine cone is just such a lovely classic element to have on your cards. Bringing in your toppers and using your die cuts to embellish those. Isn't that stunning with that angel there? Just absolutely beautiful. Your shape cards, don't they work a treat there? Just hugging that circular design to give you that lovely framing element. Your Christmas pudding, now isn't that super cool? Something a little bit different, but it just sets that card off absolutely brilliantly. I believe that looks like it's been cut on a scan and cut. Super fun. Bringing in all your nesting dies, die cutting your frames, adding your little corners around the edge there. They look absolutely brilliant, but the artwork here is a timeless one to have in your crafty stash. They're fabulous, and using your smaller elements to build your circular wreaths as well. Shop Pine, $24.99 there for your 3 sets of dies and all of your artwork as well. And we will have a quick little look at some of the samples using Crimson Noel, because they are absolutely gorgeous. It'd be rude not to show all these gorgeous creations, and this is the sort of thing that you can be creating when you get this fabulous collection home. All those lovely colourways, and the Crimson Noel and the pine cone will both work together beautifully. They're both very traditional in terms of their style, very rich, very opulent, and create the most beautiful, lavish Christmas cards. Aren't they stunning? That could be your craft stall if you're thinking about making and selling at Christmas. That could be your craft stall. You could have all your customers coming in and seeing those beautiful creations. I mean, aren't they brilliant? Breathtaking cards. Shop Crimson Noel is one of the most popular on the show this morning. Shop Bundle will bring to you your collection of your dies, where you're getting all 3 die sets, and you are getting that artwork plus you're getting that fabulous freebie thrown in as well. Shop bundle $24.99. That card is just a stunning design. Just shows you how beautifully well all your different elements mix and match, your berries and your florals, creating you the most breathtaking Christmas cards. Aren't they gorgeous? I mean, that could just be in a frame. It's like a piece of artwork. It is that absolutely stunning. Shop bundle for that one, or if you do want to go for the SVG side of things, when it comes to Crimson Noel, you can get your SVG files alongside your digital download for just $9.99. That's got to be the pick of the show. That is fabulous. Well, that hour has absolutely flown by. I can't believe we're approaching the afternoon already. The day is going by super quick. But it's nearly 12 o'clock on a Tuesday, which does mean it's time nearly for another hour of Scan and Cut. So do make sure you join Mel in about 5 minutes' time. Thank you so much for your company in this hour. I've really enjoyed that, and I hope you lovely people at home have as well. Please do make sure you check out those baskets ready before we go live again at 12. And I'll be back in about an hour's time. Me and David have got another Christmas show, this time all about Christmas gifting, which I am super excited about. So grab yourself a cuppa, check those baskets out, and join Mel in about 5 minutes' time. And I'll